The wailing of sirens permeated the morning air as I looked out my window, annoyed. I had just woken up and was still attempting to pull my trousers over my ankles when the sirens began. I guess it was sleep that was still in my mind that made the first thought flow through me become annoyance instead of worry as to what the siren sound may be implying. I finished getting dressed and hurried to my balcony, where I was hoping to see what the problem was. However, once I arrived there and gazed upon the city streets below, I witnessed a sight that activated a sort of deep fear in me. The city streets below me that were normally bustling with people and with cars belonging to people heading to work were empty. I saw the trash scattered along the sidewalks and the glass objects shattered on the ground. But other than the wailing of the nearby sirens, there were no signs of life anywhere. Something about the sight seemed surreal, almost as if what I was seeing was just a dream. I even tried pinching myself, but the pain was very real. I warily walked to my living room, grabbed my remote, and with the press of a button, my TV flickered to life. I clicked to the news channel to try to get a semblance of what was going on, but when I did, I was met with nothing but static. I tried flicking through other channels to see if any of them were working, but none of them were. Every channel I opened, I was met with nothing but the buzzing of dead air. Swearing, I turned the television off and decided to go in the streets to see if I could find any clue as to what the hell was going on. I slipped on my shoes, not even bothering to put on socks, and rushed out of my apartment. Once I arrived at the lobby area, I instantly realized two things. One, there was no one here either. Normally I would see someone attending the front desk, and occasionally see a janitor mopping the tile, but there was no one to be found. And second, I noticed that the lobby area was also trashed. There were empty soda cans, splintered chairs, and questionable stains everywhere, on both the carpet and the tile. Oh damn, I muttered underneath my breath. I looked on the TV, situated in the corner of the room, but just like mine, it too broadcasted nothing but static. I raised my voice and said very loudly, "Hello? Is anybody here?" But there was no reply, save for my faint echoes. I was about to leave the building when I noticed something was written on the walls in a viscous black liquid that looked almost like oil. I pondered over the words that were written for a good minute before my mind was able to consider their meaning. The writing was hastily written, as if whoever had scrawled it was in a hurry to do so. The words read, "Do not look at the clouds." I don't know how to describe it, but I got kind of a cold feeling in my gut from reading those words. A twinge of fear, and a feeling like I should just stay where I was. But no, I needed to figure out what was going on. I needed to try and find someone, anyone. Ignoring the terror building in my stomach, I opened the lobby's doors and stepped out into the cold streets. Just like I had seen from my apartment window, I found that there were no people in the streets, no crowds walking to do one thing or another, just eerie silence, with not even the calls of birds to comfort me. I walked along the sidewalk, the whole scenario reminding me of the movie 28 Days Later. Has everyone evacuated somewhere? I wondered, the fear in my gut increasing. "Hello?" I yelled, the echo of my voice reverberating through the town. "Hello? Is anybody here?" There was still no answer to my cries. I continued yelling, trying to fight back the hysteria that was slowly creeping through my gut. I tried pulling out my phone to call someone. I called everyone I had in my contacts, including the police, but every time the call couldn't go through. I screamed more, begging for someone to show themselves, to reveal that this was some citywide prank or something. It was then when I got a response. And what a response it was. I heard... No. Heard isn't the right word. I more or less felt it. I felt a low, deep, ungodly drone. A deep hum. As if I was nothing but an ant, listening to the sounds of people talking from underneath the earth. And as the cry rang out in the humid morning air, I realized that it was coming from above me. Carelessly ignoring the warnings from the writing I had seen, I gazed up, clinging onto the hope that it may be a helicopter or some kind of vehicle that could give me answers. But I was horribly mistaken. What I saw when I gazed into the sky above me, it shattered any sort of comfort or hope I'd ever felt in anything. It made me feel so unbearably small, so awfully worthless. It made me forget how to breathe. Nothing on this earth mattered. The highest mountains and the largest oceans were simply the grains holding together a single grain of sand on a beach that stretched forever. I saw peering at me from the parted clouds an eye. A large circular eye that was too human. Far too human. I could see the veins in it pulled taut and thick, with them themselves larger than any man-made structure. It was staring at me with a look of such hatred and disappointment and superiority. I broke down. I got on my hands and knees and threw up. I started screaming to any god that would care about a worthless life form like me. I tore out chunks of my hair and began to beat my face into the pavement. I was bleeding from the eyes, my ears, my nose. I could feel it. All my feelings, all my being was poured in both wonder and primal fear into the sight hovering above me. It was here when I saw that the black, oily tendrils that were coming from the clouds surrounding the being. They were enormous, but even these were dwarfed by the eye. I began to vomit more. I tore my eyes out, not bearing to gaze upon the sight anymore. I tore chunks of my flesh away, the droning increasing in volume, vibrating in my hollow bones. I destroyed myself, giving myself wholly and utterly to the thing watching from the clouds. It didn't hurt. None of it hurt. All I felt was acceptance and gratefulness at the thing staring at me from the sky. Hello, hi, that was a short story that I wrote. I wrote this not too long ago. If you would like to hear more original scary stories and creepypastas narrated by me, then please subscribe and turn on notifications to be alerted of any new videos I may make in the future. Please like the video, it would really help me out a lot, as I'm sort of a starting YouTuber. And thanks a lot for watching. Have a nice day.